All right, here we go. We've got ourselves a fresh series. Spawning down in the bottom left, it is Cure for Team Korea in the red. And his opponent spawning up at the top right for Team World. It is Serral from Basilisk. Now, this is... You might be wondering, wow, okay, what is going on here? Well, this is a $10,000 tournament. The hastily thrown together show match between 5 of the best players from Korea and 5 of the best players from outside of Korea. So, Team Korea is Maru, Cure, Dark, Solar, and Hero. And Team World is Serral, MaxPax, Clem, Oliveira, and Estrella. It was originally Rainer, but Rainer was unable to make it. It was a very short notice event. Very short notice. So Estrella is replacing for now. It is a $10,000 winner-take-all event. And that will be split amongst the 5 players. This is quite something. And of course, it is played on the new patch, the new maps. They played a 4v4 big game hunters map to determine which team would send their player out blindly first. And it was Team World that won that. So Team Korea was forced out to pick a player, and they sent out Cure. And Team World has counterpicked with Serral. And now you're all caught up. You get the context of what is going on. And we can get into the games themselves. Now, the format for this is wild. This is an all-kill format, but each all-kills setup is a best of 5. So you are still alive, even if you're down 0-2. You still have a chance to come back and win your match 3-2, and then you get another fresh life. And you do not maintain the map losses. Now, if you did, that would be wild. If you only got 3 map losses, that would make for a very interesting scenario. Because you would really want to get 3 0s and 3 1s. You would really not want to leave anything up to chance. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Now, we're going to be seeing a 3cc play. I wonder if Cure will open up with quick Cyclones here to try and establish some map control and then build Hellions. Or if this will just be a super standard Hellion opener. Time will tell. It is going to be the new Cyclone. Okay. These bad boys are very strong in the early game. Looks like the Reaper was deflected. Serral didn't take any damage. No unit losses, nothing like that. Now, the way you can go about this is just build 2 Cyclones and then rally in with Hellions. And the Cyclones are so cost efficient early, it's really difficult to deal with. Ooh, Cure going to be doing double engineering bay behind this. This is pretty nifty. Pretty nifty. Serral going to get a few Zerglings here to try and deal with this. He does put his Overlord up on the high ground position. Watchtower, of course, does not see this. But Watchtower does control a lot of space on this map. It will be multiple Cyclones. It's not just going to be 2. He's going to be going with 4. So that is a little bit wild here. Serral, this could look like mech. This could very easily look like mech seeing 4 Cyclones like this. He's going for a quick layer. Obviously, a lot of things were changed on this patch. Man, this is such a fast 1-1 from Cure. Super greedy. But the Cyclones kind of covered it. So maybe in time it will be revealed that this is not greedy at all. That this is actually very standard and very, very reasonable. Very doable. Now, they are obviously more expensive than your Hellions. So 4 Hellions, that's 400 minerals. 5 Cyclones, that's 500 minerals, 200 gas. So it's not like that is cheap. But actually, 500 minerals, 200 gas. That's almost as though you built 8 Hellions. Now, obviously, you know, that's 700 resources versus 800, but gas is more expensive. You only get 4 per trip, and 200 gas mined would be the equivalent of 250 minerals mined in terms of the amount of time it would take you. And obviously, Terran has mules, so money is... gas can be a little bit more of a bottleneck. Now, we are going to see Cure going for a very quick 8-rack setup. This is a super interesting setup here. Serral does get a very quick Overseer. Oh, it does get spotted by Cure with the Watchtower. And he is going to try and cut it off, but of course he cannot with this. However, he's got a Cyclone in the main base. It is on patrol. Serral has already had this being spotted. There is a Roach Warren coming on in. Cure really wants to deny the scouting. And he's doing an excellent job so far. He's already got 2-2 on the way. That is, look at this timing. 2-2 upgrades started before, at like, what, 620, 615? This is going to be the nastiest 8-racks you've ever seen. Ooh, Cure a little bit supply blocked at 93. It's not a horrible block, but it's not ideal either. Serral is getting into 1-1 upgrades. He's got Bane speed very quickly, but it won't be necessary. Serral, though, does manage to slip it. I'm not even sure how he got in just here. But he gets in. He scouts the 8-racks. Okay, he's seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 barracks. Didn't see this one, but that is enough information, I think. Or sorry, didn't see this one. Serral going to start working away at these rocks. Cure going to start to move out here.
Add-on complete.
Combat shields is done. Man, 2-2 is going to finish up at like the same time as Serral's 1-1. This is a nasty looking push. And Cure going to defend these rocks against Serral. There is a hive on the way. The interesting thing is that there's no splash damage yet. It's all Cyclones, Marauders, and Marines. We're still not even seeing... Yeah, 4 Marauders at a time. But this is going to be difficult to deal with. This may do extremely well against a new nerfed Baneling. Like, this looks so devastating. Look at the 2-2 timing, by the way. 1-1 from Serral. It's not super late, but it's not super early either. No, it's actually pretty late, yeah. 2-2 finishing shortly, like just after Serral's 1-1. Now, I wonder if Cure will even start up 3-3. Serral does fire up his 2-2. Of course, he needs that. Lot of Lingbane coming in on the counterattack. Serral going to try and take as much time as he can. That's a big stim coming on in here. Serral getting in with a counterattack on the other side of the map will get a lot of damage done. This is a lot of bio here. The Marines are melting the Banelings, but the Banelings are on creep. They will manage to connect. This is so much bio for the Terran. Serral getting in, killing 22 SCVs and counting. That counterattack is doing huge work. But the upgrades of Cure are very, very good. Serral has gutted the third base. He burrows Lings on the ramp. A whole lot of Banes morphing on in. 8 more Banes. The Baneling nest does get taken down. Serral canceled his 2-2. He's doing everything he can to try and hold. Marauder's going to try and tank here. The concussive shell's doing work. Baneling's trying to counter split against the Marines. The splits are very good from Cure. He is out of medevac energy, but does it even matter? I don't think so. He's up 40 army supply, and he will take game number 1. Cure drawing first blood in favor of Team Korea. All right, here we go. Game number 2. Spawning up at the top left, putting himself up 1-0. It is Cure for Team Korea. And looking to strike back, it is Team World's Serral in the red. And that got scouted. That got scouted too. Cure understanding the power of the new Cyclone is not en masse, but it is the safety it affords you. I'm trying to think of what Serral could have done differently. Traditionally with an 8 racks, a great way to deal with it is a big counterattack. And now, granted, I wasn't looking at the counterattack. Maybe that was a lot of resources dedicated to it. But I think specifically on that map, that is really devastating. And the teams will... This is all kill. So whoever wins this best of 5 will stay on. So if Cure manages to complete this victory, I mean, I don't want to say it's over, but this becomes extremely difficult. Serral really was the answer to Cure and should be the answer to Cure by all accounts. I was talking about at the beginning of game number 1, or actually I don't know if I was, but I've had the thought, with the Baneling nerf to HP and its damage, don't be surprised if Cure specifically becomes almost unstoppable. In fact, be surprised if he doesn't become unstoppable. Cure did not build a single siege tank or Widowmine. He went pure bio off of the Cyclones. Serral will spot the Reaper. That's good information. Golden Aura. I mean, this is a... Oh. A lot of the maps, by the way, on this pool are really only one-choice maps in terms of which one you take. Sorry, for the third base. Which third base you take, you would never take this as your third base as Zerg. You should never take it as your third base as Zerg. Because these rocks, like, you're just going to be able to do the most devastating siege tank push on this position. This is just a no-no. You just can't take it. So, I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing Terrans sending an SCV across the map to block. I think we should, in fact. In fact, I am willing to gamble. I'm willing to bet that Maru will do stuff like that in his matches. Whether that be in GSL, whether that be in some World Championship stuff. If he doesn't do that, it would be very bizarre. Cure is going to be going for the Cyclones again. This time, though, no fast third CC. And it is a rather quick starport. So we might do something aggressive with these Cyclones. Once again, I want to emphasize that the power of the Cyclone is more so on its ability to defend early than its actual power as a unit in mass. Now, that's not to say that players won't struggle on the ladder against Mass Cyclone. But it's more so to say that the defensive capability of Cyclones is really strong. Now, we are going to see a Medevac coming on in. Medevac into Liberator and a Rally of Hellions. You're not going to build an armory with this, are you? Serral scouting into the main base. We'll see that there's no add-on here. Serral is going to build a good number of Lings to try and defend this. Overlord going to take some damage here. Well, will go down, in fact. Serral, though, already rebuilding Overlords, and he's going to avoid being supply blocked. Cure might just look to clear some creep out with this. Third base coming on in behind this from Cure. Overlord does get the scout, as I mentioned, and we do see that there is no factory add-on just yet, but I think this is a very good map for siege tanks. This is a very good map for siege tanks. Ooh. Oh, he wants to kill. Oh, Serral denies it. That's a really, really nice pickoff for Serral. So Cure was trying to friendly fire shoot his own Reaper to kill that creep tumor. Serral denies it with the quick move with the Queens. And that allows him to keep the creep spreading forward on this position. Very important move. You really want to get creep as far forward on this map as humanly possible, or, well, as Zergily possible. Serral is going up to 4 gases. And there we go. Ling Bane will be the method of choice once again. Ooh, can he get the jump on the medevac? No. Cure is going to be quick to pick up. And it will, of course, be siege tank production this time. As I mentioned, Golden Aura is a very good siege tank map. Where is the Liberator? Wait, did he? He didn't already kill it, did he? He did. Only 2 drones for the Liberator. All right. That's pretty darn good for Serral. So far, Cure is not really committing at all with the Cyclone, this little contingent. Like, this is a lot of money in this army. This is a fairly big commitment. Like, not huge, but that's 4 Hellions, 2 Cyclones, 3 Marines, a medevac. Obviously, you can still morph the Hellions into Hellbats, and that can still be very effective for you. Serral definitely wants to take down these rocks. For sure. No doubt you want to take those down. Good creep spread so far from Serral, and I really do want to point out, like, saving that 1 tumor here does make a big difference. I was wondering when I saw this setup if we were going to see Mutas. Yes, it will be Mutas. Mutaling Bane going to be coming on in from Serral. It is worth noting that even though the Baneling nerf to HP was notable, we can see the timing could actually end up being a little bit handy here for Serral. The faster Bane speed may help out a fair bit. Ooh, Hellions on the other side of the map. They are going to get jumped and wrapped around upon. Nice job from Serral. And he will find a couple of SCVs. Oh, the Marines. Okay, they do close the depot, so they will be caught out. But Serral just blows up the depot. Cure's not really in position yet. Banelings do get in on top of the mineral line. Great counterattack from Serral. Oh, can he get this siege tank? No, but he will find 13 SCVs in total. And he got the depot there. I think he can give up this base now that he's taken this one. Oh, he's going for another counterattack. There are a lot of Banelings at home. 1-1 not yet done for Serral. Cure. Oh, this mineral line is exposed once again. It's only going to be, I think, 2 SCVs going down, though. Serral may just want to come back home and try and crush this. Does he have Mutas on the way yet? No, not yet. Oh, that is a nasty tank spot. That is a really nasty tank position. The Queens. Oh, good job from Serral. He unblocks the ram. Banelings trying to get in on top of this. Will force the liftoff. Great positioning. The Cyclone's really bottlenecking for that siege tank. And it picks up 20 kills. But it is ultimately killed off. And Serral is no doubt massively ahead right now. He lost his 4th base, but he's got another one to replace. Cure way down in workers. Hasn't been able to mine off this base, and now Serral can afford his Mutas. Neither player has 2-2 yet. Cure does have +2 weapons decently far along, but upgrades are even right now. Serral, is he going to send the Mutas straight across the map? Yes, he is. Now, a couple of creep tumors were picked off, but Serral rebuilds one. This is weird the way this this shapes up. If Serral goes straight into the main, he could get a lot of work done. Just the way that the Lings are kind of being idiots about how they attack these rocks. Finally, 2-2 on the way now for Serral. We will see these Mutas getting in. They find 3 SCVs, and there's no missile turret in the main, so they're just going to dance up in here. We'll be able to grab 7 SCVs total. Can he get anything at the 3rd? He might be able to. Cure does have a lot of Marines here. There's only 2 siege tanks, but they're in a good spot. Serral going to give up the base for now. Is that the right move? He focused on the Mutas. Oh, that's a big Ling counterattack. This is too many Lings for Cure to deal with. Oh, but Serral gets bluffed away by a relatively small number of Marines. Still, Serral needs to crush this army. +2 weapons will complete for Cure, so he's got an upgrade lead now. Serral building 7 more Mutas now. He's up at 10 already. That is a lot of depots here for Cure. Serral will get in here. He's going to be able to find a couple of reinforcements. That is quite nice, actually, for Serral. Ooh, he gets caught, though, not paying attention. Loses just 1 Muta, I think. Mutas are so squishy. 2 Mutas, damn. It does not take a lot of inattention to lose Mutas. 2-2 will complete very shortly for Serral, and that's going to give him a big upgrade lead, but he does not want to fight before that. Oh, he's going to lose a lot of drones. He will go for it now. Does pinch off a few bio units. Cure is doing extremely well at staying out of range. Serral, I think he should have fought for that 4th base earlier on the right side. He will get in on the back of this army, though. And now it is an upgrade lead for Serral. Oh, this is an ugly spot to engage. You have to go down 2 ramps. Oh, but picking off that tank is huge. There isn't a third tank showing up here for Cure. Serral definitely wants to pull the trigger pretty soon. Oh, he's only coming from one side, though. We will see the Mutas getting in on the back line. They are going to get shredded by the Marines before the Banelings arrive. More reinforcements showing up for Cure. Serral is in some trouble, but he's got enough. And he will break the position. All the tanks have gone down. There's one that I think just popped out. Yeah, all the Liberators go down, all the tanks. Serral gets enough. The upgrade lead was big. Oh, that creep tumor completes just before, but, well, instant scan from Cure. Still, he has been having to use a lot of scans. And now the Muta clump is very problematic for Cure to deal with. Serral, he's definitely been on the back foot for a lot of this game, but, well, actually, I guess Cure has. This has just been a scrappy game in general. The supplies obviously tell us that Serral is doing well, but his drone count, I mean, it's not amazing. Still, I obviously am a big fan of Serral's position at this point. Oh, but his army is, well, a lot of it is Mutas. And that, like I said, they can be very fragile. Cure, if he gets up to 3-3, this can become a problem for Serral very quickly. Now, it is important to note, of course, Cure doesn't have a third base. And that makes the Mutilating Bane less of an expiry composition. And in fact, we see 3 more barracks coming down from Cure, so he is doubling down on this. Serral with the +1 for these Mutas. They will be able to blow up these depots very quickly. Oh, if he gets the 3-3 denial, that would be massive. But Cure with a very quick repair. Serral won't be able to get the kill, will he? Oh, he gets it. There wasn't enough surface area for the repair. Nice job from Serral to recognize that. That is a huge pickoff, and it was weapons, not armor. Oh, that's a massive pick. Obviously, once again, Serral is still very much in the driver's seat here. This is his game to lose. But, oh, Cure, a little bit of mine trap. Serral does spot it and outmaneuvers it. And as he sees those mines, he's like, okay, I need Overlord speed. Now Serral is able to secure a 5th base. He's getting a 6th base as well. I wouldn't mind him droning up like pretty heavily. Get the infestation pit, get the hive, go up to at least 80, 85 drones. As it is, he's only on 68 and he's been on 68 for a while, but he is significantly outmining Cure now. Cure lifting his main command center over to the left side. Picking off that +3 was actually so huge. Oh, wow, okay. One of the Widowmines did get the shot. Serral, though, will be able to snipe down 3 mines. 3 mines for a Muta is actually... well, he gets the 3rd mine that rallied forward. 3 mines for a Muta is actually very good, I think, for the Zerg. Because those mines are just so difficult to deal with in general. So anytime you can pick them off, well, at this point, cost efficiently, that is a good thing. Oh, Serral going to go for a big attack on the left side. Does he want to continue to commit? There are a couple Widowmines here, but they get blown up before they can fire. +3 armor has completed here for Cure. Serral has the hive on the way now. He's still only on 68 drones, but he's still outmining his opponent by a lot, and he is maxed out. Oh, diving on the tanks. He's going to be able to get 1 siege tank for free. Gets the sensor tower, and this might have seemed risky, but Serral, you just saw it. He had a changeling that was giving vision of this location. So he knows that there wasn't any Widowmine crinkles on the ground. Just very heads-up play from Serral. Serral continuing to do a lot right. But Cure has definitely given him trouble already in these first 2 games. This has not been easy by any stretch. Reactor and a couple missile turrets get picked off, and now we're actually going to see another missile turret falling. 2 Mutas for 3 missile turrets and a reactor. That's considering the lead that Serral has. Yeah, I think that's good. Serral is starting to drone up now. He's going to be on 75 drones. His hive is nearly done. Oh, he's going to move forward here. Man, these rocks make it really complicated to attack into this location. It's such a defensible third/fourth base for the Terran. Ooh, Serral going to try and go for a jump on this army. Will force a big stim, but medevac energy is not an issue in the slightest. In fact, there are 13 medevacs. Sheesh. Serral is going to need a ridiculous number of banelings, and he's rebuilding so many. He's adding on 15 more banelings. Very smart move. I think that might have been in response to seeing the medevac count that he saw. And now we're going to see Cure committing. Serral will camp the production. Ooh, small groups of banelings moving forward, getting some huge connections on this army. Will be a big Widowmine shot, but that was only about a third of Serral's army. Mutas do get pushed out of the main base, so good job from Cure, but Serral. Oh man, that's a lot of Marauders here at the front. And this is 3-3 versus 2-2. Widowmines are all still on cooldown, I believe, and Serral will be able to engulf a lot of this army. Cure getting off of creep. Oh, these Mutas. Okay, they got to be careful. Did they just eat some big mine shots? I think they might have. Still, only 2 of them went down, it looks like. 19 Mutas seems like a lot to die in this game, but this is actually still so good for Serral. Are there any mines here? There are 3 mines, but I don't know if any of them are with the army. We've got a counterattack coming in on the other side, by the way. Serral hitting the 4th base and the main at the same time, while the Ling Bane is getting some good value. Lings get in on top of the mineral line. Main base is getting camped once again. Base will fall for Serral. But I think he's got more than enough to crush this Cure. Really fighting tooth and nail. And even now, he technically will win the fight at the front, but obviously he cannot reinforce. Serral is in on the natural. He's in on the main. He's killed the 4th, which was actually the lifted main command center, and Serral will even the score at 1 apiece. All right, here we go. Game number 3. Spawning down in the bottom right. It is Cure in the red. And his opponent spawning up at the top left. For Team World, it is Serral. Evening the series at 1 apiece. But man, oh man, Cure has been on fire recently, and he is showing it. He is showing it here. We are going to see a low ground supply depot with a gas first. I think this is going to be a very quick Cyclone play. And more so than the previous maps, I think this is going to be a bit of a dedication to them. Now, yeah, a lot of the math of how... So I was like, man, Serral really needs to take some engagements, but I might be thinking old patch mentality. I might be thinking about Banelings with their previous setup. And Serral is a player that always wants to consistently make the right call. He doesn't want to go in blind. He doesn't want to take risks. He plays as safely and as perfectly as humanly possible. And so he does not want to just dive in willy-nilly. And you got to respect that. You got to respect that a ton. Now, this will be a 1 Rax expand. On the low ground, not going to be a 2 Rax Reaper play. We already kind of knew that with the fact that it was a gas first. Cure will be able to build the reactor pretty much right away as this Reaper finishes. That's what the gas first enables. And that is why I'm thinking it's going to be Cyclones. Now, okay, we're going to be seeing a quick... Nope. Are we going to see a quick second gas is the big question. Reaper will show up. We'll try and get something done. Oh. It's not going to be able to get too much. Good micro from Serral. Now, the big question for me... And I think we already have the answer, is will we see a quick second factory? Serral already sees no second gas. And with no marine, I mean, until the Cyclones come out, there's no anti-air. Serral, of course, does not know that it is a gas first, but this is still good information for Serral. Now, I think... I don't know. We'll see. Builds are still definitely being workshopped and being figured out. It is going to be a third CC behind this. I wonder if Cure is going to go heavy greed like he did in game number 1. Really focused on a big follow-through push. It will be what I thought we were going to see in game number 1 and what we kind of did see in game 2, which is going to be 2 Cyclones into 2 Hellions. Ling speed will complete. Does lose 2 Lings, but could have been a lot worse. And he at least gets the scout. Overlords are on their little pervert pillars, their little perches. So good job from Serral. And he's going to get to see the location of the Cyclones, gets to see the Hellions rallying across the map. These locations are really good for Zerg, actually. Meanwhile, we're going to see more Cyclones. Cure, it looks like he wants to try and kill this base. This is a lot of DPS coming out of these Cyclones. We usually don't think of the early factory units off of Reactor as being able to kill structures, but... I mean, this is already over 600 damage on this hatchery. Serral, ooh, that's a big counterattack. But he's not going to be able to get through. The wall is good. Now, Serral will see the units returning home. Ooh, Cure, can he get the cutoff? I mean, he kills a couple of Lings, but it's not that bad. Serral did build quite a few Lings. 22 Lings. That is a lot. And Cure is continuing to build Cyclones. This is going to be 6 Cyclones, 4 Hellions. That is a big investment into this early game setup. And he's on a 3rd CC now, adding on his additional barracks. This is a really interesting setup here. Now we get to see how this kind of does. Baneling Nest coming in from Serral after the quick layer. Man, 6 Cyclones against Lings. This looks pretty scary for Serral, I gotta say. Ooh, Scan comes in, will find the Overlord on the high ground. Even though these don't have the speed upgrade, these Cyclones are looking scary. It's funny to see Stim being done, and this is basically a battle mech squadron. 6 Hellions, 6 Cyclones. And Cure, he did not build a starport for this whole time. He just now starts it. This has been a pretty damn greedy setup. Once again, that's the strength of the new Cyclone. It gives you so much safety. Ooh, Serral, no, that's not the fight. Queens are out of position here. They do have a lot of transfuse, though, and they are on creep. And the Queens do manage to get out of range. This just feels really strong from Cure. And he has not yet lost a unit. He's going to force a cancel on the 4th base. Cure is supply blocked into oblivion. That is a brutal supply block at 93. Really, really bad supply block. Serral is in some big trouble, though. Oh, Scan comes down. Another set of creep getting denied. And this 4th base, Serral just can't take it. Cure is just blocking it out. Oh, and if he finds these Lings, we are going to see a wraparound attempted from Serral. Oh, the Cyclone's trying to wiggle out, but Serral gets the fight he's looking for. And Cure, it looked like that was a trap on Serral's units, but it was actually Cure who's the one who gets trapped. Serral saves a ton of this creep as well. That is a great fight for Serral, and really what he needed. The worker counts are currently even. Cure, by the way, forgot +1 armor for almost the whole duration. That is a huge deal. Oh, and now this Ling counterattack getting in just as Cure moves out. There's no, there is combat shields. Okay. Oh, man, that's a lot of dead SCVs. The counterattacks from Serral have been so on point in this series. Even game number 1 that Serral lost, the counterattack was effective. Roach Warren was started, but Serral canceled it. Can we see? Yeah, okay. Instead, he goes for the Infestation Pit. I wonder what caused him to build it and then to cancel it. Because I think he did that in game number 1 as well, where he built a Roach Warren and then canceled it shortly thereafter. Serral will be able to force the lift here. And he's about to finish up his 1-1. Cure flying over creep with these medevacs. Not the best. Although it does kind of force a response from Serral. It's like, okay, you have to defend the main and the 4th. Well, I guess 5th now. It was originally attempted to be the 4th. Cure, oh, we'll try and gun down some banelings. Serral, though, is in position with these units. He's got the 1-1 versus the 1-0. But the bio units, they're going to be able to get healed up enough that Cure just drops through it. Wow. I did not think that would happen. Serral does get enough units to get back in here, especially with the upgrade lead for Serral, because he was actually 1-1 versus 1-0. But I guess Serral was just enough barely out of position. Either way, he gets enough units back in that he's able to deal with it. Ooh, Serral, Widow Mine. Oh, it retargeted. Good job from Cure, but it will still get cleaned up. 4 kills, 5 kills on those 2 Widow Mines before they get cleaned up. Serral with another lane counterattack on the right side. He is playing at absolute peak right now. Serral, that is. But I gotta say, so is Cure. Cure is playing really well. Look at this. He even sends one of the medevacs back home. Because he knows he's already lost enough bio units. Oh, and Serral now scouts the other medevac. And Cure with the instant reaction time stims to kill the OV. Just nice stuff all around. Ooh, mine drop on the left side. It will be Drilling Claws. There is a Spore Crawler here. Serral, does he respond? There is so much to deal with. He does respond. 9 drones go down. Could have been a lot worse. But still not exactly great either. We should see a Spore maybe start up on this base, but there's a lot happening. 13 more drones coming in for Serral. He's getting the Adrenal Glands upgrade. There's the counterattack. Oh, the Bane's coming in from multiple angles. Widow Mines. Oh, that was a manual detonation, I'm pretty sure. Wow, Serral gets a lot of mines there. Meanwhile, on the other side, Lings and Banes do connect on some of the bio. Both players are playing so well right now. Serral, though, will get the kill on the 4th base attempt. So well done from the finisher. And these Widow Mines, they are going to get some shots, but they will get cleaned up this time. Medevac, pretty much dead. Meanwhile, attack on the top side. Serral, who's got to be a little bit careful about these mines, does split against them and will mitigate them pretty effectively. And now he's rebuilding this creep. Man, they are both playing absolutely magnificently today. Oh my. Hey, Serral notices. This is such a funny little, like, marsh almost. Very funny little spot. It's like a little maze of stuff. Serral can get into his 3-3. He's finished up his 2-2. Adrenal Glands as well. There are quite a few Widow Mines here. Ooh, Cure. Oh, he's got one more mine. Oh, it gets a big connection. That was effectively 3 mines and 3 mines on a Marauder for 32 lanes. Widow Mine on this side. Mine drag into the medevacs. Cure going heavy medevac production again. Serral does have a few queens in the main base, but more than importantly, he's got enough lings to deal with this. And now we see a Hydralisk Den coming in from Serral. He says, I don't care if you nerf Banes. I can still make them dance. I can make them sing. Widow Mines. Oh, get some big connections there. Oh, Parasitic Bomb. Holy crap. How many medevacs did he just kill? 6 medevacs. Oh, man. A bunch of Overlords will go down, but that doesn't even bring Serral below the supply cap. He does lose his base on the bottom left, but that was a gigantic find. Oh, my goodness. We missed the Parasitic Bomb, but Serral sure didn't. Ooh, nice mitigation of that first mine. There is another one here that's pretty good. Oh, Serral manages to get those mines that were all clumped up. It looked like they were all about to fire, but Serral got there just in time with the manual detonate. Absolutely bonkers series here. This first best of 5 in this all-kill format. Remember that this will be ongoing. Lings and Bane's going to try and get in for the counterattack. Well, the Marauder's doing a good job of tanking, but there is a little gap between them. Oh, he kills the starport. And what? Wow, there's still 9 medevacs on the field. Is Burrow done? No. But it started now. I think Serral realizes he wants it. He is going to get the Hydra upgrade. Range is a lot faster than it used to be. So even though it looks like the Hydras are maybe, I don't know, a minute and a half away from being effective in combat, although they won't have, you know, the +1 attack or anything like that, they are actually very close. Widow Mines are going to burrow on up. Serral says, no, I want nothing to do with that. Yeah, because this Groove Spines upgrade, it's only 50 seconds now. I think that's 50 in-game seconds, so it's actually like 37 seconds or something like that. It's ticking along pretty quickly. Cure, though, does have a... Well, actually, it's not going to be an upgrade lead for long. Parasitic Bomb once again coming in on the medevacs. There is a big attack force coming in on the top side from Cure. Serral will clean up this bottom side force. Nice hot pickup, though. Man, Serral is doing such a good job of always being in position. Good split against the Widowmine there. And now it is an upgrade lead for Serral. Cure has secured a 4th base. Serral, though, has been comfortably mining off 6 bases this whole time and is trying to get a 7th. And we can see the income advantage has really spiked for the last several minutes of this game. And actually, oh, we just saw the graph, like, compact. Ooh, Lings and Banes getting it on top of this Bio Force. Serral realizing, yeah, I can't really take this fight here. He's just got to back away. Quite wise. +1 missile is about halfway done now. A little bit of breathing room just now for the moment. Serral realizing there's no 5th base. He doesn't really need to do anything yet. Cure, though, is getting ready to take that. This is a hallway down on the bottom side. Parasitic Bomb once again going to land on the medevacs. And will be another dead, just 1 dead medevac. Ooh, there is a big attack coming in on the top side once again from Cure. This time, Serral does have the Hydras in here. Even though this has been kind of Serral's game for a while, the mass bio is doing quite well. And it is still keeping Cure in the game. The mass bio mine. Lurkers, though, will put a stop to that. Oh. Marauder's doing a good job of tanking, but there were still a few Marines in there. Does Serral have enough to hold this? This is a good position from Cure. The minefield is huge. Serral going to try and get some mine drags. Will get quite a few on the medevacs. But is it enough? Cure does have enough to push this back. Both players are spending all of their money. Neither one of them can really afford to build a bank. Serral has triggered and taken out most of the mines. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, Cure is starting to break through. Is he going to kill this base? I think so. We do have a counterattack, though, on this 5th base. Will get a few SCVs, but is it going to be enough? Serral, ooh, can he break this position? The mine is back off cooldown. There's one more mine here. Serral does eat a pretty big mine shot, but it's not devastating. Ling counterattack will get cleaned up. Meanwhile, the Lings get in on top of the Marines. Very nice. But a good hot pickup from Cure gets out of here. Parasitic Bomb does land again on the medevacs, but it won't be a kill. Widow Mine. Oh, that's a pretty decent mine shot. 7 kills. This is so close. For a long time, both players were maxed out, but now they have both fallen very low in supply equally. That was a good segment, though, for Cure. He holds his 5th base, kills Serral's 7th base, kills quite a few drones, and got some good trades throughout. But can Cure afford ghosts? The answer is absolutely not. Not yet. And Serral does have 5 lurkers on the field. They've got range, they've got adaptive talons. Even though the adaptive talons lurkers no longer have the move speed bonus. Oh, I think these might be hold position lurkers. Cure has used this path every time. This could have been the sickest move of all time. Serral. Oh, okay. He readjusts again. Is he going to hold fire? I'm not sure. We do have an attack coming in on the left side. This is only a few Lings. This is not enough to deal with this. Serral going to have to give up the base. Serral does have enough units on the backside. There are more lurkers here. Cure does take this base out on the bottom side. Lurkers will be enough to discourage this. There are ghosts now coming out for Cure. Oh. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. I'm waiting. +2 missile just completed. Oh my god. Oh, he gets it! Cure with the instant reaction time, though. Serral pulled the trigger maybe a quarter of a second too fast. Cure with the very quick reaction time. Vipers were not here to punish the lift. Oh, that could have been devastating. It was still so good, but it could have been game-ending. As it is, though, this is still so scary. Parasitic Bomb on the medevacs will connect. Very quick split from Cure. Good job there. Lings, Lurkers, Banes moving on forward. This is so many Lurkers. They're going to take down the Planetary very quickly. There is a lot of bio here. Can Cure get enough units to get on top of this? I think Serral should maybe back away. Just pull back behind the choke. He's already achieved his objective. He leaves one Lurker there as a sacrifice to ensure his retreat. 9 SCVs do go down. Serral is still very much in command of this. Well, not still. He is now very much in command of this game. Cure is adding on those ghosts, though. 8 ghosts. And personal cloaking coming in as well. These Lurkers do have 2-3 upgrades, so they hit like a truck. Cure adding on more gases as well. He has to fly this command center. That is the main command center. Yeah, he's only on 3 orbitals, so not a lot of scans. That is also a problem. Scan economy. And Cure has not been on the greatest SCV count. And speaking of which, we are going to see a few more SCVs getting picked off. This is very quickly becoming just a massive problem for Cure. He's already been getting outmined, but we saw for a little bit there a couple of spikes where Serral lost some bases. But now he is back in firm control, and now Serral has built a huge bank. A huge bank. Cure even starting to mine out of this base, so he clearly muled it heavily earlier. I think Serral has taken full control of this game. Those hold fire Lurkers were absolutely sick. Serral moving forward with a lot of Lingbane Lurker. Oh, there is an Infestor here. Even though fungal growth isn't as powerful as it once was, it is still pretty damn good. Snipes coming on in. Even with the snipe nerf, you still 2-shot Lurkers with those snipes, and 3 Lurkers do go down very quickly. Nice snipes from Cure. Meanwhile, counterattack on the left side. Ooh, Serral does not have any units in position. The first time he really doesn't have units in position, maybe all game. But it is a base that is mostly mined out. Serral going to move in here. Oh, Widow Mine does get actually a decent connection. Ghost a little bit exposed on the right side. Blinding Cloud coming on in, which is a little bit of a funny move. There is a Lurker, or pardon me, an Infestor here, but I think Serral's just got too much anyways. Cure going to lift the command center. He's going to split up the Ghost, but there is so much Zerg. Serral says, I am the Swarm, and will crush through this base. A super long, hard-fought match on hard lead. Good Widowmine shot there from Cure, but Serral has run away with it at this point. Lurker's going to start hitting this final planetary. Serral didn't use the Infestor there because he didn't need to. And he ends up not needing to all game. But it is a great game from Serral, and he will take a 2-1 lead. All right, here we go. Game number 4 in this already banger of a series. Spawning up at the top right, it is Cure for Team Korea. Putting on a great show so far. And his opponent spawning down on the bottom left for Team World and Basilisk, it is Serral in the red. Once again, this is part of a $10,000 match that was sponsored in part by the World Team League and in part by I believe, owner of Dragon KaiZi Gaming. He really wanted to put together a match as quickly as possible. This is really interesting, by the way. We've got an Extractor Trick hatch first, the Eric opener, the 15-15, against a Command Center first. I don't know that I've seen this interaction yet at the pro level, and I definitely haven't seen it at this level between two players that we would consider probably... I would say both of these players are top 3 in their race. Personally, for me, Serral is the best Zerg, for sure. I I think Cure right now for me is the second best Terran, just behind Maru. And I think a lot of people would balk at that. They would say, just behind Maru. Are you kidding? Maru dominates him. Well, if you look at the recent results, the recent matches, domination might be a little too strong of a word. Maru has definitely outlasted Cure, and he has definitely beaten him. But Cure has been challenging for the crown in a big way, in my opinion. Like I said, many people would disagree with that, but, well, they're free to do so. Regardless, I do think that these are the creme de la creme, and it'll be interesting to see how these two setups interact. Now, let's talk about Radhuset Station. Traditionally, you'd look at this and say, wow, this is a huge map. This must favor Zerg. Not necessarily true. And the reasoning for that is because the bases are very far-flung. They're very spread out. They're very droppable. They are very liberatable. And there's actually not that many of them that you get early. In addition, it feels like Terran and Protoss, for that matter, kind of get a free 3, even 4 bases. Now, this is a rather wide-ish open area around the 4th. But at the very least, you pretty much get 3 free bases as Terran. And, oh, Serral is going to get a free scout, though, with this very quick set of lings on the 3rd command center. So that is actually really nice. And will he run in with the 2nd ling? No. I was going to say, if he could have baited the Marine further over, maybe he could have gotten a snipe on the SCB with the 2nd ling. But he decides not to go for it. We will see quick Cyclones out of Cure off of this fast 3rd CC. Something else to note is that this gold base, unless you have creep as the Zerg player, I would say like well past the halfway point of the map, this gold base is a little bit of a trap. Maneuvering your army around this location is ugly. It is not fun. And obviously, so these rocks, these are really interesting. Obviously, you got the minerals here. Lot of minerals to mine out in order to get through here. How many mineral trips does it take in total? Because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 of these. Each of them take 2 mineral trips, 36 mineral trips to fully mine this out. And then these debris they're linked, but there's 2 sets of debris here. As far as I know, unless one of the games I played was bugged, or unless one side has it one way, one side has it another, but it shouldn't be that way. But the rocks are linked, the debris is linked, so by killing 2 sets of them, you will eventually get through. Or it's weird and I attacked the wrong one that didn't link them all somehow. I'm not sure. But either way, we are going to see a 4 Cyclone opener once again from Cure into early Hellions. Well, into, I guess, delayed Hellions, technically. Serral did take the back base, and he is just on 1 gas. Very quick layer from Serral, though. And ling speed. Ooh, Cyclones are going to kind of feast on these queens. Oh, they get the kill very quickly. Scan comes in. Will clear out a lot of creep. This is already kind of nasty here for Serral to deal with. He's going to lose 1 queen very quickly. 2nd one and 3rd one both going to fall. Oh, man. Ling speed is about to complete here for Serral. But this has already been big damage. And another Hellion rallying forward. That was huge. 2 Hellions for 3 queens, an Overlord, a bunch of creep, and 3 lings. Now, granted, Serral had very late ling speed, but man, oh man, was that ever rough. Man, Cyclones are really, really good in the early game these days. Once again, I don't think the strength of the Cyclone will be its mass ability. It is going to be its early game effect. And in a weird way, it's almost like the Reaper and almost a little bit like the Cyclone of old in TVP. The way that, like, you might have a player build 2, 3, 4 Cyclones, the way Hero Marine loves to do in that matchup, or loved to do in that matchup. We will see Mutiling Bane coming in from Serral. And the beauty of this setup is that you do get up to 6 gases pretty much for free as the Zerg. Now, we've got a double medevac drop coming across the map from Cure. It won't have 1-1 or combat shields, but it will have a lot of firepower in support. Cure has gotten some good early pickoffs, but Serral Ooh, is he going to be able to deal with this? The Cyclones are going to do a lot of tanking for this army. Serral kind of breaking the lock-ons a little bit. It's weird to call them lock-ons because it's just an auto attack now. Fourth base getting very low on HP. One Cyclone does go down. They are flimsy. They don't have their armor anymore that they used to have. So Queen attacks do actually do real damage to them now. 7 mutas coming on in. Oh, Serral, no, this is not the fight. Cure will get a very good set of, well, I mean, he gets a couple of pickoffs. 11 mutas, though, are going to be popping on out. This is a lot of queens here. Serral so far, he is bent but not broken. Oh, Overlord not going to go down. The limited range of the Cyclone is a new big feature of it. Serral, ooh, he's going to try and sneak the mutas out. Oh, that's very smart. He sends the link forward to check. Hey, do you have your army here on the top side? No. It must be over on the right. Now, do we see any missile turrets? Yes, we do. We've got 2 missile turrets here, none in the main base, but this might be enough to deflect Serral entirely. Cure didn't see the Spire. Oh, man, Cure is rallying forward very aggressively. We are going to see Lings, Moore, and Banes moving forward here. Widowmine is still available. One of them got a decent connection, I think. Mutas do get fully deflected. How many did he lose? 3 mutas. He got a decent little fight at the front. Serral, that is. Oh, mutas are moving through. Cure trying to kind of trap them, but this is a lot of surface area. You're not getting the chase down. Cure does have 2-2 on the way, and that is going to be a really scary timing. Serral, this is kind of funny. Cure was actually oversaturated on this gas. So Serral almost doing him a favor there. Splash damage will actually find... he's going to find a couple of SCVs. Gets 1, actually. And will kill the gas itself, though, which is kind of nice. Oh, and he darts back in. Snipes the supply depot. Snipes 2 depots as they try and build. Ooh, Thor, though. That's going to be a dead muta. Oh, these mutas are very much trapped. They need to zoom out. Oh, the Widowmine trap. Oh. Serral, keep going, keep going. You cannot stop. Widowmines do get spotted here. Good job from Serral. The Overseer saved his bacon. Spotted that setup. We do see the creep is dropping to the low ground. From the high ground, Serral has not had a chance to get much creep at all. Ooh, mutas do get intercepted again. The thing is, this is buying so much time for Serral. Yes, he's lost a lot of mutas. Oh, it looks like he lost 3 more there. 8 mutas went down, but Serral was able to rebuild more mutas at home, rebuild a lot of Lings and Banes, and secure his 4th and now even 5th base. Cure, though, is on 4 bases himself. Just finishes up the planetary, and now Drilling Claws is done, as well as 2-2. This is a huge timing for Cure, and is going to be really difficult for Serral to hold. And Cure finishing up his 8 racks. Will be getting into triple tech lab as well. Serral sniping down the Widowmine that was sitting on the tower. Nice job. Ooh, if he could find these 2 Widowmines, that would be really big as well. Mines are going to be the primary form of splash damage, which is to say the only form of splash damage. So every mine you can pick off is a big deal, especially with there being no creep on the top side out front of these bases. This is a strong-looking minefield from Cure. A good setup he's making. And the Thors are going to make it so the mutas can't just come in and snipe these mines for free. Now, Banes do get, well, they get a little bit done. Managed to bait out a Widowmine. We are going to see a huge attack coming in from Serral, but the spread is very good from Cure. And this is looking dangerous for Serral. Lings and Banes will not be able to get the connections. There are more Banes here, but a lot of the mutas, I believe, fell on the top side. 8 mutas going down. I mean, a lot of mines did get cleaned up. That actually wasn't as bad for Serral as I initially thought. Especially considering an upgrade disadvantage and a lot of that fight taking place on creep. Cure is continuing to push forward. Thor, oh my goodness, it survives on 1 HP. 1 HP. Even a single Ling attack could have gotten the job done. There is a Widowmine here. Oh, it does friendly fire on the medevacs, actually. And that mine getting dragged into the Marines as well. Serral, that fight definitely passed the eye test for Serral. That was a very good fight. And now his 2-2 is going to complete. Serral, during all this, taking a 6th base. Cure getting ready to gear up and take his own 5th. Serral would love to find a good fight before his opponent's 3-3 completes. And it is worth noting that Serral just now started the hive. He is on +2 weapons, but he's also getting +1 flyer carapace. That upgrade is a little bit cheaper now for Zerg. Well, it's actually cheaper for Zerg and Protoss. But I mean, in this matchup, obviously that Protoss factor doesn't matter. Serral does have this watchtower. Actually, Serral's got fantastic vision on a lot of this map. And now these +2 mutas are going to be difficult to deal with. There's a lot of missile turrets here. I do feel like on Radhusit, yeah, mutas are actually going to be really difficult to deal with for the Terran. Ooh, snipe on a medevac there. Thor gets a huge volley on the mutas, but no mutas go down. Ooh, if he can get these mines, that would be big. He snipes down 1, 2, almost gets a 3rd. Can he get that 4th? No, not quite. That's all because he had the watchtower. He saw that the mines were a little bit further forward. Cure, queuing up the 2 late-game engineering bay upgrades as his 3-3 completes. Once again, there's still not a lot of creep here. Cure has really kept the pressure dialed up. Lings and Banes moving on forward. There are Marauders to tank here. Oh, man, those Banelings melted in the face of that Bioconcave, especially with the upgrade advantage. Serral going to try and go for the fight. He does lose the base. It is not enough Zerg. Cure continuing to drive forward with a huge amount of Marine Marauder. And now the Thor is here as well. Ooh, Cure does step maybe a little bit far forward onto creep. But he knocks out the 6th base of Serral. Serral does have another base on this side, and he has knocked out these rocks. And he's taking the perilous gold base. That is a really difficult gold base to defend, especially with minimal creep here. Serral looking to intercept reinforcements. Well, he will find a couple of Marines. Oh, and he snipes a Widowmine as well. Good job. But Cure is definitely ahead in this game. Overseer will get intercepted. And I believe will... Oh, no, doesn't go down just yet. 7 HP. Just kidding. There we go. Dies almost coincidentally. Widowmine still kind of strewn about on the top side. Ooh, big mine trap here from Cure. And with the help of the missile turrets, will be some good pickoffs. Serral does snipe the command center. And I do believe it was killed, not canceled. Oh, look at that. He does find a Thor in the middle of the map. And with +2, the mutas do clean it up rather quickly. Oh, but they're going to get trapped a little bit here. Cure knocks out the gold base during all this. Serral didn't even bother contesting. He knew he couldn't. Does get a bit of a wraparound on these Marauders. Serral is getting close to 3-3 and has adrenal glands. He's playing the heavy Mutiling Bane. The mass upgraded Mutiling Bane style, but Cure is so good against it. Now, this army is very far forward on creep. Marauders, well, they do a good job of tanking. Ooh, Serral going to give up this base. Cure will see the drones pulling away to the side. Where are the mutas right now? Oh, they're heading up towards the top left. Serral will finish up his 3-3. Cure, I can't believe he didn't notice that the drones just ran away. That's like 16 drones. Widowmines, oh, one of them does get cleaned up. Serral does retake the top left base, and Cure is now getting this gold base. That is a lot of missile turrets. Once again, they do have good armor here with that building armor upgrade. Building armor is so good against this Mutiling Bane style. Nullifying 2 attack upgrades. We'll see Serral kind of getting on top of the production. Can he get on top of the army, though? Marauder's not in the front to tank initially, but Cure will pull back, will rectify that. Still, that was a pretty good fight for Serral. Cure does have a big bank. Serral not going to be able to fully camp the production. If he could have, that would have been the dream. Serral, there's a random spine here. Cure has not gone for drops at all. He has been focused entirely on frontal pushes. And Serral will give up this base. It still actually does have a surprising amount of resources at it, considering that was taken as his 3rd base. Oh, Serral, oh, he's spotted by the sensor tower with these mutas. Does force a big stim. How many medevacs do we have? Oh, we got 12 medevacs. This is always a funny situation. The drones that hid there. Serral gonna start mining. Obviously, all these drones had minerals in hand. Cure, he's going to wipe out this base basically for free. Serral has respread creep through the middle, but Cure is going to start to wipe that out once again. And this is kind of how I was foreseeing Radhuset would play out. Is that in the late game, it gets very difficult for Zerg to control space. Nice snipes on the Widowmines there. Only one of them getting a shot. It's not that big. Now, you don't want to attack up the ramp. And of course, Serral is smart. He's not a fool. He will get these drones out of here. Which is actually pretty nice. But Cure, I mean, Cure just has such a big bank. He's traded so cost efficiently, 11,000 resources nearly. Now, I will say Cure probably should be trying to hold this watchtower more consistently. Ooh, a couple of Widowmines do, or well, one Widowmine gets a couple of drones. Serral gonna dart in on this base. That is 6 super upgraded missile turrets here. And there was a Widowmine. Oh, 2 Widowmines getting some great connections. Very nice defensive setup. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, there are a lot of Liberators here. Serral realizing he cannot break the position. He cannot clean up the army. And we're going to game 5, baby. Cure takes it down. All right, here we go. Game number 5. Spawning up at the top left. It is Cure. In the red. And his opponent spawning down on the bottom right. For Team World, it is Serral. In the blue. Opening up with an extractor trick. Hatch first, a 15-15. The Eric opener, whatever you want to call it. This has already been... Oh, look at that. Look at that little decal. Let's see if we can see it on the other side. It's reversed. That's so cute. I think it's a Marauder. Yeah, it's a Marauder stimming. Neat. It's got the little stim icon. Is that the stim when it wears off? I'm not sure. Cure is going to be going Command Center first again. Damn. So he went CC first in game number 4. He's going CC first again in game 5. That is very interesting. Serral. Now, once again, this is a $10,000 team format match with winner take all. So, if Team World wins, which once again, Serral is a huge component of their team. If Team World wins, they get $10,000. If Team Korea wins, they get $10,000. This has already been an extremely tense match, and Team World really cannot afford to lose Serral this early on. Team Korea, I mean, you don't want to lose Cure. He is your weapon against Protoss. Especially with Max Packs waiting in the wings. Estrella obviously going to be a strong competitor as well. But I think specifically Max Packs is the more dangerous player for someone like Maru. As Max Packs has actually beaten Maru in the last several times they've matched up. Now, I don't know that he'd be able to do it here. Especially in a best of 5 where Maru can really start messing around with build orders and doing different things. But it is worth noting that Max Packs has had Maru's number recently. Actually, he did beat him in a best of 7 back in the Pigsty Festival, I believe. 4-3. Now Cure did open up Marine into Quick Reactor. Oh, and it's going to be double factory here. We haven't seen it all series long, but we are finally seeing it now. Cure going for the double factory. It is going to be Cyclones almost definitely. Now, the only question I have is, will he go very quick Tech Lab and get the extremely fast Hurricane Thrusters upgrade? And I mean, looking at this barracks positioning, this is almost definitely going to be a Tech Lab. And we are almost definitely going to see that super heavy Cyclone play. Serral has tried to respond to this with Ling Bane up to this point, but he is adding on a Roach Warren. He's going for a 3-gas, 2-base play. This is almost the best possible situation he could have. But that is a really fast Cyclone speed upgrade. Really fast. Serral is getting about the fastest Roach speed you can. So in theory, this is the best case scenario for Serral, I think. I really don't think there is a better case scenario, in fact. Wait, where'd the... Oh, oh, man. Barracks was... Where could that have been going? Cyclone will will get spotted by this Overlord. We do see a third base on the way for Serral. That Roach speed is going to be still later than the Cyclone speed. And there will be a timing here for Cure to exploit. Serral needs to get as much creep spread out before that point as possible. And Cure, will he realize it's roaches? He's going to see the creep tumor. Oh, Overseer does get the scout, sees what's up. Okay. Now, do you get, like, Burrow then? As Serral. It's not as big of a deal breaking the lock-on as it used to be. It's going to be very fast Infestation Pit. That makes a ton of sense to me, and I think is really smart. Cure is going for stimmed bio behind this. Wow, I was not expecting that at all. I wonder if Serral's able to figure that out. This is strange and surprising. So this is just going to be harassment. Scan will come in. We'll be able to grab some of this creep. Hurricane thrusters. It's only going to be about a 10-second window, I think. And you know what? Cure's not even going to commit. Serral, 41 drones going very heavy on these roaches. Can he get anything done with this? He's going to send some roaches out to the top right side. Ooh, Serral, I think, sees this. Marine does not... Oh, does it? Wait. Wait, he must have seen this with the watchtower. Oh, this is going to be a lot of dead roaches. He will lose... How many Cyclones does he lose? Looks like just the one. One Cyclone, one Hellion for 4 roaches. Roach is going to try and move across the map. Try and get something done. There is a siege tank that just popped out. We got double tank production coming in from Cure. So if Serral commits on roaches... Oh my goodness, the Cyclones, they're going to go for a counterattack. Serral's got nothing. You feel like you should be able to get something done, but the siege tanks are so well placed. Oh man, okay, Cyclones are going to roaches are going to come back home. The reinforcements, will they be able to clean this up? It looks like it. Cure not A-moving just yet, so he doesn't get the lock-ons. He will kill 2 drones. Cure does end up losing all the Cyclones, and Serral didn't lose a lot of roaches. He did lose a fair number of, well, how many roaches did he lose in total? 7 roaches for 7 Cyclones, but then also a couple of queens, a couple of creep tumors, a couple of drones, Overlord, Overseer. Obviously, the Overseer was for scouting. Serral, I think Serral thinks it's mech still. I don't know that he knows that it's bio yet. Is he going to be able to get the Overlord's or the Overseer scout? He might have seen the bio units at the natural, so I'm not sure. He's going to know now. Okay, now he knows for sure. And I wonder if this is going to change anything for him. He does have an infestor here. There is a lot of siege tanks. This is heavy siege tank play. And hard lead. Oh, is this the attack? We will see a corrosive bile set coming in. It does take down a tank. How many roaches did he just lose? 5 roaches. And a lot of HP on a few others. Ooh, there is an infestor here. Cure, he's got to be careful. He's fungled. Or he's... Oh, the fungal growth. Where is it? Oh, it's a little bit too far away. Those bio units were very heavily stimmed. And there was no combat shields. They were exactly at 25 HP. Fungal growth on them would have been huge. If he could have gotten it on all. Still? Was that... That might have been better for Serral still. He lost a lot of Ravagers, though. A lot of Ravagers. He is getting into Lurkers. He's getting into Hive. 1-1 just now started for Serral, though. Corrosive Bile just landing on the gas. Kind of hilariously impotently. Serral has gotten up to 76 drones. Cure is getting a 4th base. Armory. That's pretty well timed from Cure here. Just needs to remember his +2 armor. Because his +1 armor was just a teensy bit late. Serral skipping the Hydra upgrades, going straight for these Lurker upgrades. He just wants Lurkers to stabilize, I think. He got just just 1 infestor. Man, the tanks are going to be really good against this. Serral sees the tanks. He sees the tank count and the tank layout. He's getting Vipers. That, of course, will be very good against this. Oh, fungal growth from the low ground. There was a Ling watching this. Serral realizes... Well, actually, Cure realizes, like, oh, I got to get out of here. So wise pullback from Cure. A lot of posturing in this game number 5. Both players know what this means. They know how important it is. Cure knows that if he can knock out Serral, that is a huge win for Team Korea. And Serral knows how important he is to Team World. This is extremely tense. Ooh. We are going to be seeing 5 Overlords morphing into Dropper Lords. We've got Overlord speed. Serral going to go for Lurker drops. Cure does have Vikings on the left side, though. He knows that Serral's done this in some of his recent play. Serral taking down the rocks is kind of interesting. He will spot a double drop on the top right. Oh, Cure actually pulling back initially. He's kind of rocking back and forth a little bit. Six lurkers. Okay, I was like 6 lurkers and a roach is very funny. Oh, look at this. Serral, so smart, is going to send the Overlord forward. He's going to check for the Vikings. He's going to see that this is not a safe path for him to take, so he just gives up on it. He knows he can't do anything. Cure is on 4 bases securely. I mean, it's kind of a bit of a free base in the middle of the map. Oh, man, these sensor towers provide so much vision. Missile turret is going to be good here. Lurkers will burrow on up. Instant kill on that one Viper. Oh, second Viper does go down. Blinding Cloud not going to be very effective. This is a horrible attack for Serral. He will kill a couple of siege tanks, but he loses a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff right there. Ghosts are starting to come out. We do see Serral with the Corrosive Vials taking down 2 of the tanks. Makes it less bad. Oh, Cure, he's got to repair. Yeah, he's repairing. He should be able to keep this alive. These ranged lurkers are doing very well. We do have Hydra speed coming on in, and 2-2 is getting close for Serral. Siege tanks, though, do creep up on the lurkers, and he gets 1. And that will be enough to discourage Serral from, well, holding this position any further. We've got Bane speed, meanwhile, on the way for Serral. This is definitely a... Even though Cure is... Well, Serral is maxed out, and he's mining more. Oh, hang on. We're going to see an attack coming on in. Oh, Hydra's lurkers will join up. We do see... Actually, hang on. Is there enough to hold for Cure? Siege tanks getting heavily battered. Ooh, snipes are going to come in on the lurkers. Serral did manage to force the command center to lift for a little bit. Cure's keeping 3 tanks on the right side. Cure has not started up his 3-3. He has felt compelled to keep the... to keep building tanks, to keep building ghosts. Ooh, we do see Serral trying to come in with the Overlords on the top left. Oh, the Vikings are going to get back in position, though. Cure is petrified of these lurker drops. Oh, Serral once again checking in. He will see. Okay, can't go in here. Meanwhile, attack through the middle. There are tanks on the low ground. Abduct will come in on that one Liberator. Planetary Fortress wasn't quite done. It will get blown up. Yes, just barely. The last Baneling finishing the kill. Oh, funnily enough, this was actually an opportunity for him to go in because the Vikings were drawn back over to the right side. Cure saying, Serral, you've thrown away too much. I can counterattack. And he might be right. Ooh, fungal growth would be big here. Could be big. Lurkers coming back into position. Ooh, Liberators are sieged up in a good position. I think Serral needs to give up this base. Snipes coming in. Will grab 2 of these lurkers on the left side. They're just getting slowly chipped away at. And in fact, all 5 of them are going to get taken down. Serral going to go for the fight. Nice blinding cloud on 2 of the tanks in the front line. Liberators are going to get taken down by the Hydras. Lings and Banes will try and connect. All but 2 of the siege tanks go down. Serral, though, loses a lot, and Cure still has a huge army. Cure still on a great economy as well, relatively speaking. He's rebuilding his 5th base. Serral, I think maybe he needed to give up that base. Adrenal glands will complete. It's still just 2-2 Terran. Ooh, Siege Tank getting hit from below ground by these surprisingly robust +2 queens. They actually do 5 damage per half shot. We are going to see Serral trying to come in with the army. The tank line is very deep, but Cure will have most of the tanks cleaned up. This is still very close. Serral's on 93 drones, so the fact that Cure is still ahead in supply is huge. Serral does now have the +1 melee done and will have +3 Carapace completing soon. That's going to give his Hydras an upgrade lead against this army of his opponent. This is still so tense. Ooh, Ghost getting a little bit too far forward here. Lanes and Banes trying to connect, won't be able to do so. Vikings, now that the... Well, actually, where are the Vipers? Did he rebuild them? How many has he lost? He's lost 4 Vipers, so 2 fresh Vipers coming on in here. Ooh, Scan will find them. There are going to be EMPs available. Oh, Abduct on a Ghost. That's very big. The fact that he didn't lose the Viper is also quite big, and that might discourage Cure from continuing to push. Serral is very much on the back foot right now. He's on 6 bases still. Oh, Ling run by on the top side. We do see this drop from Cure. Is going to spot this, but... Ooh, friendly fire from the Siege Tank could be quite brutal. Hold position from Serral initially. That does force the Siege Tank to kill 3 of its own workers. Still no 3-3 from Cure. He is committing everything to the attack. Ooh, Snipes coming on in. Will grab. Oh, he gets a couple of Hydras and an Overseer. EMP does get dodged by Serral. Good job. And now that is going to be enough to discourage Cure from pushing forward. Serral doesn't break the push, but he holds long enough for Cure to think better of it. This is kind of funny that this planetary doesn't hit the Lurker, even with detection. Oh, there is this very nicely placed Lurker on the top right. Serral, the second Lurker comes in just as the scan gets used. Let's see if Cure repairs this up. Just curiosity. Both players are really playing fast. He will not repair it. Cure finally starts up to 3-3 in the +2 vehicle weapons. This is unfortunate that he didn't do this earlier. Now we've got Neural Parasite on the way for Serral. He's getting a +2 melee, +3 missile, Greater Spire. Broodlord's, of course, going to be very fast now. And there's no Thors. I don't think Cure sniffs this out at all. Man, these Vikings have been kind of MVP for Cure. Low-key. Low-key great. Ooh, drop on the left side. That is a triple medevac worth of bio. Ooh, Burrowed Infestor. Serral so good at just exerting control on the map. Cure will find this base. Can he get the kill on it? Serral's not in position, but Cure assumes he will be. And Serral was going to get back there in good timing anyways. We got +1 flyer attack coming in for Serral. He's also getting those +3 missile and +2 melee upgrades very shortly completing. Meanwhile, we've got nukes. Nuke number 1 has finished up for Cure. Serral trying to take this base in the top right while Cure does the same. Hard lead. This is a very splittable map for Terran, and Cure has traded extremely cost efficiently in this game so far. Can Serral secure this base? He's trying to start mining from it. Oh, he sees this army coming. And nuke in the natural. Does scout the Greater Spire. We are going to see a few drones going down. I think this nuke is... Oh, nice job from Serral. Nice pull on the drones. He might lose 1 drone. That's good job from Serral, though, mitigating that. Cure rebuilding the nuke already. We've got a... Oh, are the landed Vikings going to try and deny this? Oh, this is going to be funny. Oh. Well, that didn't work out too well now, did it? Wasn't expecting the Lurkers there. Just like you don't expect the Spanish Inquisition. Will the Ghost get cleaned up? Oh, Serral. He does see it, but he might not actually notice it. Oh my goodness, he doesn't notice it. Ooh, there is an Infestor burrowed around the army. There's obviously a ton of attention being spent. We are going to see an attack coming in from Serral. Lings will get on the top of the tank. Fungal growth is big. The Baneling's getting the connection. It's the dream connection there for Serral. There is another Infestor Fungal ready to go. Oh, he does re-burrow. 15, 16 SCVs going down. We do have an attack on the left side. Looks like the Ghosts were able to clear out these lurkers. Actually, did they escape? No, they did not. So both players taking big hits on both sides. This Ghost will just actually maybe run out of energy. It's only on 36 energy. Serral wasn't able to hold this base, but he was able to keep Cure from getting it. And Serral is actually building a huge bank. Both players building a significant bank at this point. Oh, we are going to see Abducts coming in on the tanks. Blinding Cloud grabs another. 3 of the 4 tanks going down very quickly. Baneling's on the top right. Will get some good connections. Serral can't kill that 4th tank. It is too close to the planetary, and there's too much army. Ooh, nuke on the bottom side will get avoided by Serral. Very good multitasking, dealing with these nukes. And I think he killed that other Ghost that was in the main. Finally, that one burrowed Infestor got killed off. But there's 3 more, and they are in very dangerous positions for Cure. 1 here, 1 here, and 1 being sent out on the right side. Serral really utilizing the new tools of Zerg, which I guess I should say new tool of Zerg very effectively. Oh, this cloaked Ghost uncloaks and will get itself killed off here. But we do see an attack coming in from Serral. He's got the Bird Infestor. The Ghosts are very well positioned in the back. Siege tank will get abducted. Is there enough for Cure to hold? I think so. And he will keep this 1 tank alive. 12 Corruptors coming in from Serral. Ooh, this 1 tank will go down to the Adrenal Glands Lings. The Planetary Fortress will aggro in. It does have that range upgrade now. This game is still so tense. Serral has started, well, actually, no, not really starting to catch up in the resources lost, but he's trading evenly. And he's got a much, much bigger bank than his opponent. This Broodlord transition, Cure's got no realistic way to deal with it. It is the Ghost, and that's it. He does not have the Thors. He's got +3 weapons and +1 armor very close. +3 weapons. If it was 3-1 Thors versus just 2-0 Broods, that would be very good. But I think this Broodlord transition should get the job done for Serral. Cure scans, doesn't see it. All 12 Broods are being morphed around this base. Another scan comes in. We will see a nuke being launched. Serral checking all the bases. You can see his camera location hotkeys jumping everywhere, checking all the bases. But he might not see this. No, he does. But last second, I really want to check to see where this vision was, like where the dot was. Now, Broodlords are going to have trouble against the Broodlings initially. The Broodlings will do a good job, but this is so heavy tank. This is almost Ghost Mech at this point. But the missing piece is, of course, the Thors, which is what he needs most. SCVs are going to start to fall. We do see a Liberator getting abducted and taken down. 2 Thors start up here. 10 SCVs do go down very quickly. And once again, pardon me, bank is the biggest problem. Nice Blinding Cloud and Abduct. We'll take down these 3 tanks, and that's going to open the door to killing off this base. Lings and Banes will find a ton of SCVs and the command center. Meanwhile, on the top side, I mean, Cure's going to kill a base, but Serral didn't really need that base per se. Obviously, he would have loved to have kept it, but Cure needed his top right base a lot more still. It does make sense to go for the counterattack here. Cure will find this base on the bottom left. Serral cannot get back in position in time. I do like the Unburrow on the Spores here. Fungal Growth. Oh, going to be pretty good against this. We'll hold these units in position. And the Blue Flame upgrade no longer... The Blue Flame upgrade no longer one-shots Lings in a cone. So that actually is a big change in the late game and does help Zerg out a fair bit in dealing with those Blue Flame Hellbats. It's actually a pretty huge nerf to those Blue Flame Hellbats. And Serral, by the way, he is now only 6,000 resources lost behind. Cure did realize, or did decide, not to send these units in on the left side. He's going to try now with a much smaller army, but he's not going to get much done. We will see a Blinding Cloud knocking out 2 of the tanks. Abduct will take care of the 3rd one. It's a good cleanup from Serral. Meanwhile, Fungal Growth grabbing these Liberators. Serral doing such a good job. He's taking control of this game. It's been a super hard-fought battle. He steals the Liberators. He says, your Liberators belong to me. They're going to start shooting at the Thors, forcing Cure to kill his own units. Serral actually sieged his opponent's Liberators. God, that is so sick. Serral dropping creep. He has not missed a beat this entire game. 3 more Thors coming on in. Cure is getting the army that will deal with Serral's army, but Serral's Remax could be very strong here. And he's got the ability to make any ground units at full power. They all have max upgrades. Cure does need to secure another base, and Serral sees it. He's not going to let it happen. Broodlords, going to have to be careful about the nuke. Serral, of course, he doesn't want to get posterized. He doesn't want to be the next Solar. Not for something like this. And, of course, he will avoid the nuke or Solar. He always has to get brought up whenever there's a big nuke, or whenever there's the threat of a big nuke. Broodlords, even though they are much more mobile. Ooh, nice hot pickup on that one, Thor. Even though they are much more mobile than they used to be, they're still not good at fighting Broodlords. Now, they will find the base completely unprotected, despite the army being right there. Serral able to get the pick off. Still, there's this burrowed infestor, by the way. Serral has really taken control of this game. Now, the army supplies are still very even. If Serral takes a bad fight, Cure can absolutely still win this game. But it will take Serral taking a bad fight, and he is not going to. On the left side, we'll find a Thor, a Liberator, and a Siege Tank, bunch of Hellbats, and he's going to find this base as well, even though it is lifted. A lot of SCVs going to go down, a little bit of mining disrupted. Cure is so broke, he is down to just 18 SCVs, while Serral is on 60 SCVs, maxed out 6K, 3K bank. And Serral has secured this top right base. He can start mining from it. He's starting to move through. This was a strong point for Cure. Now that it is down, Serral can completely take control of the top right side of the map. Cure going to try and move forward with a ton of Thor, Hellbat, Ghost. Actually, does he even have that many ghosts? He only has 4. Ling's going to get in on top of his base, grabbing another couple of SCVs. Cure is on just now 15 workers. How many orbitals do we have? I mean, 6 is still good, but it's actually not that many for the super late game. He's going to rebuild 6 SCVs at a time. Serral is cutting off Cure's options. With every moment that passes, this gets better and better for Serral. Factory will be repaired. And of course, with its inherent armor and the building armor, it actually takes a long time for Cracklings. It's as though the Cracklings have no upgrades. They're only doing 5 damage per attack. But of course, the adrenal glands is where they shine. Serral will snipe down the sensor tower. That is, of course, the more valuable pickoff, I think. Ooh, ghosts. Oh, they will be able to get some snipes on the Broodlords, but there come the fungals from the back. 3 of the ghosts do go down. Fungal growth on the Liberators. We will see an abduct on 2 of them. And some more fungals. And another abduct, so 2 of the Liberators do go down. Very good spellcaster control from Serral. How many queens does he have? Only 3 queens, so he can't transfuse up the Broodlords easily. And in fact, 2 of those queens are empty. He has been spreading creep throughout. Queen will get back onto creep. We do see a tank and a Hellbat. They're going to take a heavy toll on this base, but you can see the impact of the nerf to the Blue Flame upgrade. Serral doing so well. He is handling this late game absolutely magnificently. Cure was so close to winning the game in the mid game, but Serral has completely shut the door. Oh, that's a little interesting. Oh no, it didn't kill it. Oh, I thought this Ling was going to go down. Cure rotating up to the top side will knock out this base from Serral. If Cure wants to have a hope in this game, in a macro game, without Serral making a huge blunder, he needs to secure both of these bases. Both of them. It's non-optional. Serral is starting to mine out of his bases. We will see Serral finding this planetary fortress. And every time Cure rotates, Serral counter-rotates. And he's getting trades, and that's not something that is good for Cure. Serral, by the way, sees the rotation of his opponent. And he's just gonna back away again. Serral's starting to get, he could have gotten this a long time ago. The air upgrades. He's starting to get the +3 flyer weapons. Obviously, the Broodlords don't really want to be fighting straight up too much anyways, but it would still, of course, be very valuable to have gotten the Carapace. Oh, Ling's going to find even more SCVs trying to long-distance mine this base. That should tell you how desperate Cure is. This is his 5th base, and he wasn't able to fully mine it out. There's still a ton of gas on one of these extractors as well. Or, sorry, Vespene geysers. Serral now only 3,500 resources lost behind. And Cure, I mean, he is so broke at this point. Ooh, we will see the Thors. Oh, those are some big blinding clouds. Neural Parasite grabbing one of the frontline Thors. We will see the Liberator getting grabbed as well. This is a... Oh, no, this is still going to be a very good fight for Serral. The Neurals coming in from the back. Thors, I mean, they are going to truck the Broodlords. But Cure just can't afford to replenish. Thors, even though they technically win the fight in air quotes, look at the remax of Serral. He does use pretty much all his larva, and he's actually supply blocked. So he needs a couple more Overlords. But the Lingbane Hydra remax, assuming that's what he goes for, will almost certainly spell the end of Cure's hopes. Cure, I mean, he's pushing forward desperately. There's not going to be much he can do, though. He'll knock out a base. And good hot pickups to try and evacuate these Thors, but he cannot get away. He's going to lose 1 Thor, 2 Thor, 3 Thor more. Fungal Growth going to lock it down, and Serral will lock down the first series of this all-kill format. Very well played from the finisher. Man, oh man, what a fantastic showing. And if you enjoyed that series, make sure to hit that like and subscribe. Catch you on the flip side, and make sure to watch the next game in this $10,000 all-kill series show match.